In the early 1500s, Spain was on a roll. Fresh off kicking out the Moors and claiming they were God's favorite kingdom, they decided the next logical step was to go loot stuff overseas. Enter Hernán Cortés, a man with ambition, questionable morals, and no sense of direction. He was supposed to explore, trade, maybe make some friends. Instead, he conquered an empire. Cortés arrived in what is now Mexico in 1519 with about 600 men, a few cannons, some shiny armor, and the subtlety of a wrecking ball. He wasn't supposed to go rogue, but orders were more like guidelines for conquistadors. So naturally, he ignored them. And what did he find? The Aztec Empire, one of the most advanced civilizations in the world at the time. Tenochtitlan, their capital, had causeways, aqueducts, floating gardens, and a population that made European cities look like sad villages with plumbing issues. The Aztecs had art, poetry, astronomy, chocolate. But Cortés? Cortés saw none of that. He saw gold. Or more accurately, he saw people who probably knew where the gold was. The Aztecs, led by Emperor Moctezuma, weren't sure what to make of these armored aliens with horses and thundersticks. Some say they thought Cortés was a god. Others say they just didn't want to cause international drama. Either way, Moctezuma welcomed him with gifts, a gesture that Cortés took as, "Please, rob us." Cortés quickly realized he couldn't take down an empire alone. So he did what any self-respecting backstabber would do. He made friends with the Aztecs' enemies. Local tribes who'd been taxed and sacrificed by the Aztecs were very happy to help. Cortés promised them freedom. They got colonization instead. Then came smallpox, brought over by another Spanish crew. It spread faster than Cortés could lie, wiping out a massive chunk of the indigenous population before swords even touched skin. By the time the actual battles began, the Aztecs were fighting a war and a pandemic. Without steel weapons, horses, or immunity, Cortés eventually captured Tenochtitlan after months of siege, starvation, betrayal, and probably really smug monologues. The Spanish tore down temples, built churches, and melted sacred artifacts into coins. What took centuries to build was gone in months, because the Spanish thought gold was more important than gods, gardens, or glory. By the end, Spain had what they came for: land, loot, and a reputation for casually dismantling entire civilizations. The Aztec Empire was no more. In its place, New Spain, a colony where European religion and greed ruled, and the locals were treated like obstacles to be managed. And Cortés, he got fame, fortune, and syphilis. Probably. Moral of the story: if someone sails across the ocean wearing armor and asking about your gold, lock the doors. This has been History Roasted.